we are going to start tonight's reacts off with we're beating a dead horse a little bit here because we are going to talk about Frogan again for our first react tonight. However, this is something I wanted to react to on stream with Frogan instead of just watching it privately because we are going to be watching angry cops reacting to Frogan. And that's why I want to watch it on stream, because holy shit, there's a New York cop and drill sergeant reacting to her bullshit. I have a feeling he's going to start off trying to be calm and is just going to fucking lose it. Revan, this might be part of that. If he put a Twitter video out, it could be part of this video we're about to watch. So, this should be good. Yeah, and yeah, 504, I'm waiting for the boom. So, let's check it out. Play, damn you.
I have no pity at all for any soldiers. U.S. military? Boo whom? I hope you get PTSD. Or you're like, oh my god, I want Camaro, no student loans. You.
Nothing is certain except death and taxes. And people on social media saying stupid about the military. Truer words were never spoken. Would you believe that this 27-year-old, yeah, that's a 27-year-old, woman, I guess, with tens of viewers, wow, dozens and singular dozen, hates U.S. soldiers and wants them to be mentally...
Wait. Okay. She has 48,000 followers on Twitter. For someone that's supposedly, like, huge on Twitch, that ain't a whole hell of a lot of following. And yeah, these pictures, this one, and especially this one, this is such a, when she made this face, this is such a punchable face, isn't it? Wait. What? I'll check up that afterwards. But is this not such a punchable face? Yeah. Hyposeki, welcome to the fun zone.
Wow, dozens and singular dozen, hates U.S. soldiers and wants them to be mentally tortured by PTSD? Oh, some would say that's a bad take. I'm one of them. And why does she want U.S. troops to suffer? Well, duh. 'Cause imperialism. 'Cause Palestine. Don't believe me? Here, have a look for yourself.
I have no pity at all for any soldiers. U.S. military? Boo whom? I hope you get PTSD.
And because of her statements, this chunky lady is getting a little bit of blowback. By
Chunky
far more
lady.
people than I've ever watched her live streams. Now, do you think she learned?
Wait, I want to read these. Shit pisses me off. Look, there's still so many of us in the streaming world that appreciate our veterans and those who serve this country. Thank you for our freedoms. We're grateful for our privilege. She looks like she'd get PTSD from a treadmill. Oh, fucking burn. At Twitch, this terrible behavior. Please do something about this. Reminding you all, her ban was not for that video. Just reminding you. Melanie Mack, oh god. Asmongold, terrorists are bad. Twitch, banned. But this is allowed? Bingo. Dear Twitch, this isn't okay and violates your own TOS. Uniformity in governments and discipline is your platform of your platform is important. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom of repercussions. Frogan, a partner Twitch streamer, has been officially banned for 30 days from the live streaming platform after saying during a stream that she... No! Wrong! Raw alerts! Wrong! Incorrect! She was banned because of a panel she did at TwitchCon, where they basically did racist S-tier ratings. Not for what she said on this stream. Twitch let this stream go with no issue. Twitch had no problem with Frogan saying she wishes soldiers would die or get PTSD or not get healthcare. So, raw alerts, you are wrong. Absolutely wrong.
Learned her lesson, or do you think she does?
I have pity for Frogan's fridge. She probably gets PTSD from seeing a diet soda. How is Twitch okay? Hey, from one of our favorite people, Donut Operator.
Double down? Or did she make an apology and then double down? Well, I'll give you the full spiel. But first, a word from this video.
Tysel, I watched that episode today. I did, well, because I really couldn't do much because I had the electrician working. I watched that JD Delay episode. And yeah, it was really great.
Video sponsor, Fume. We all have bad habits. Mine is my inability to stop making YouTube videos so that I get promoted. But don't let
he's
your
promoting
bad habits
Fume?
control your life. Now, what if I told you that there's a more enjoyable way to help you kick some of your bad habits?
I
Well,
did
that's why
not
there's
know
Fume.
he was
Fume is an
promoting
award-winning
Fume.
flavored air device.
Wow.
You draw it in through your mouth, but don't
Okay.
worry, there's no harmful vapor,
Last person I saw
nicotine,
promoting
no
this was
toxic
Sydney,
chemicals or batteries.
another
Fume fills the void that
content
sometimes
creator.
switching a bad habit can leave. It's got magnets in it. You can click it, you can twist it, you can bop it. It's a less obnoxious and far more acceptable version of a
Yeah,
fidget spinner,
Pactro, that
especially for some of you more high-strung people. And with a
Yes,
plethora of
I know
choices, you
exactly
can
what
choose
you're talking
from any one
about,
of your
and that was
favorite
pretty
flavors.
horrid.
Black licorice, spearmint ice, or cinnamon hearts. Fume is served
Uh-huh,
to 300,000
green tinted
customers,
mayo,
and you could be
Tysel.
their next success story. For a limited
And
time,
where
use
he
my
put
code
it.
Angry Cops to get yourself a free topper. Just head to the link below at tryfume.com/angrycops. It's TRYFUM.com.
I don't know,
And make sure you use code Angry Cops or scan the QR code here and get yourself a free Fume topper with your order of a journey pack today. Now let's dig into this. Let's meet our rising star,
Does he?
Frogan. Frogan?
Thanks, Frogger.
I don't know nor care. The guy's
Just call her oh god, I can't do it. Okay, I'm not going to attempt to impersonate any circus. Just call her Smeagol. Just call her Smeagol.
a gobbler herself. It's funny to say rising star because that's exactly the award that she won at the streaming awards, I think run by Twitch.
True,
Not
Tysel.
100% sure. Not 100% caring. Not my jam. Never really got into award shows. MTV in the late 90s, early 2000s when Diddy was in charge of the parties. Oh God, no. No. Is that when they peaked? When Diddy was in charge of the parties? But a rising star,
God.
she is no longer. Oh, Icarus, flying too close to the sun. Because on one of her streams, one of which I can no longer find on the internet, probably took it down, wouldn't blame her, Frogen makes a damning statement about U.S. military members, that she doesn't really care for them.
No, don't. That's an insult to Senegal.
Senegal. Heckle, did you get attacked by an autocorrect bot when you tried to type in Smeagol? You got bullied by autocorrect, didn't you, Heckle? And Zanillazur, thank you for the follow.
For any soldiers.
That they deserve to get PTSD
Hang
for them.
I have no pity at all for any soldiers.
That they deserve to get PTSD.
I hope you get PTSD.
That if you signed up to better yourself so you could maybe buy a car or help pay for student loans, that you're a piece of...
You're like, oh my god, I want my Camaro, no student loans. F you.
Now, I understand why some people got upset. I mean, I feel a little called out because the only way I was going to pay for college is if I joined the military. I knew in 5th and 6th grade, the only way I was paying for college was joining the Army. And that was before 9/11. I'm not that old, weirdos. And what's wrong with that? What's wrong with trying to better yourself by joining the military? It's one thing that I just...
We should use Bear Tranquilizer, and take Frogger to Hutton Orbital and leave her on the barren outpost. The Anaconda is too complex for the tiny brain to operate. Cheer 200.
Tysel, only if she rides outside the ship. Then I will allow it. Marshmallow, thank you for the tier 1. Thank you. Yeah, like I know I've spoken to more than a few veterans who joined the military specifically so they could gain access to the GI Bill. You know, they would do their time and then when they get out, they would use the GI Bill. And like in Illinois, I think I've mentioned this before. Illinois is fucking great for that because Illinois has something in place. I don't know if they still have it in place. I know they did have something in place. Oh, I thought it was already switched. Oh, no, oh, jeez. I thought it got switched already. Okay, I'll fix that. I looked. I actually looked before I started React, and it said it was just chatting. I took care of it. No, Corey. I thought. Excuse me. I thought it got switched already, but don't worry. No, Tysel, I already did. Don't worry, I already did it. No, guys, mods. Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine, don't worry. So, yeah, like, I know with Illinois at least is really great with the GI Bill because if you attend a state school in Illinois, if you're a veteran, even if it's like a community college, if it's a state school, you don't pay for fuck all except for books and lab fees. Veterans attending state schools in Illinois, you're covered and you don't use any of the GI Bill. Your entire tuition is covered. You have to pay for your books and for your lab fees. And then you get your GI Bill money as like a monthly stipend to literally do whatever the fuck you want with. And none of it has to go to tuition. It's all paid for by the state. That is fucking awesome. And it also, yeah, I think someone did mention that post 9/11 GI Bill takes care of housing as well. Like, that is fucking awesome. Texas is also really good for the GI Bill. A lot of free schooling for military members, so too, bill is pocketed by yeah, Vanilla, it's like the same like with Illinois, where the tuition and everything, that's 100% covered by the state, so the GI Bill can go right into their pockets to basically be spent as they need on food or gas or what have you. Yeah, like that's fucking awesome. Awesome. That is just awesome that states will do that. I don't know how many do it. Like obviously Texas is one. I know Illinois is one. I'm hoping a lot do. I don't know how many do it, but yeah, the GI Bill is probably one of the greatest achievements of the military in terms of supporting soldiers once they leave military service. The GI Bill is 100% one of the best post-military services that's ever come out. And it's fucking great.
Absolutely can't stand about anti-military morons, regardless if they're a hippo in a hijab or some scrawny, cancerous-looking high school teacher. One of the fastest ways to get out of the lower class or the lower middle class is to join the military, get some experience, learn some discipline, gain a skill, become a part of a brotherhood, and then continue forward. Or just stay in the military if you're called to that. All these more.
Yeah, I mean, great boss. Yeah, like, the military is basically the ultimate fraternity, if you think about it. You're basically in the ultimate fraternity before you even attend school. It's fucking awesome. And then once you leave the military, you go attend school, and, you know, when fraternities stupidly try to get you to join them, you go, no thanks, I've already been in a far better one than you can ever possibly hope to be. It's great. Oh yeah, I mean, well, Bath, it's depending. There are some, not everybody views the military as like a second family. Not everybody is able to click with their squads or platoons in that way. I know many do. Some just don't. Some are just they do the job and they do their time and then they, you know, get their DD-214 and leave. But many do kind of like, especially like combat units that actually engage in combat. It absolutely is. It absolutely is like a family. Hi, Kinryu.
Moronic kids that are saying you're just dying for the rich and wealthy people are probably the idiots that have had a silver spoon up their ass the entire time, having college paid for by mommy and daddy, and never had to work a day in their life. Here's some skills you learn pretty quickly: how to work out, how to eat healthy, things that you, chunky gal, probably need to study, which, oddly enough, is something that she studied. Those who can't teach, I guess. She says it in one of her streams that it used to be on her Twitter handle that she studied something about like nutrition or like how to stop people from eating their field.
Public health expert. I'm sorry, Chad. I had a bad cough there. Oh goodness, my apologies. Goodness. Yeah. Oh, Dubster, really? And we've only just begun. Just wait till I break out the mommy voice. Yeah. Yeah, public health expert my ass. Betcha she has not. Betcha the documentation, if she has any documentation to back this up, it's from like a frickin' internet college or something. Or some kind of liberal arts college where her degree means precisely fuck all.
Feelings, and well, she didn't take her own advice. Looking a little too thick. And this brings me to my second point. Everyone in the military, regardless of branch, is not the gunslinging infantrymen that you see in action movies. Okay? You've got refuelers, you've got pipe fitters, you've got engineers, not ones that just blow up bridges, but ones that build them. Horizontal engineers that build houses, fix roads, lawyers, doctors, electricians, cooks, guys who clean up hazardous materials, and people flying or driving helicopters, trucks, and airplanes to deliver aid to people. One of the reasons why the Department of Defense has such a massive budget is because we're constantly flying people out for tornadoes, horrible world events, conflicts that you might be familiar with, and we'll talk more about that, across the world. So yes, myself and other people get a little irritated when you make blanket statements about everybody in the military's bad. Now let me continue to educate Fago over here about why other people might be upset about the things that she said. We, military members here, looking at them, right, have no say on where we go, all right? We rely on you, the American people, the public, to vote competent people into political positions, to include the President of the United States.
In chat? You want to know something? I had a conversation with my family in the States today. We usually have like weekly calls with one another. We keep in touch very frequently. Because keeping in contact with family is important. And one member of my family didn't seem to realize that the government is responsible for whom the military goes after. That the president and Congress are the ones that make the call about where to send the military. That had me sitting up very straight. I was like, what? Because we were discussing, we were discussing like what's happening with politics. Yeah, and I forget exactly how the conversation went, and I had to I had to explain that like no, the military doesn't just like the generals just don't make the call. Literally, the president and Congress are the ones that tell the military where to go and whom to fight. The people in government make the decision, not the military themselves. They don't have autonomy like that. And it really kind of made me sit up when that came out. Yeah. I was eek.
States. And then, with the trust that you've given to that person to represent you, those people in our government
know, Andrea.
Tell us where to go and what to do. Do you think that it was...
Tanashi, I most certainly did, in a very kind way. I didn't, like, blow up or anything. I didn't, like, obviously, it's my family, and I love them dearly. And so I didn't blow up or anything. But I just kind of educated and said, no, the government tells the military what to do, where to go. There were a few things during the conversation that I had to illuminate my family about in regards to my family tends to lean one very specific way, and I had to basically point out that every which way is absolute dog shit right now. That there are no good choices. And that the side that when I was told, like, well, that one side wants dictatorship and the other one is fighting against it, and I said, no, it's just an alternative form of it. And I had to explain that the other side is doing shit like calling you, like, blanket statement, calling everybody racist even though you don't know it, and they're indoctrinating that into schools, into workplaces. And it was a conversation I was not happy having, because you guys know how much I really hate talking about politics because it just pisses me off so much. That was a big conversation today during the weekly family phone calls. I wish I didn't have to make the conversation, not the phone call. I love calling my family. I'm always thrilled when I talk to my family every week. But yeah, that was not a fun conversation to have.
Was every Marine infantryman's dream to pull out of Afghanistan the way that we did? Do you think that I wanted to go to Iraq twice because turns out the yellow cake uranium didn't mean and after we removed Saddam, who was a horrible piece of by the way, Iran's now just wrecking havoc over there? No!
Yeah.
Other people told me what to do, of which we all voted on, hoping that they had the power and the brains to do the right thing, and then we were all let down, weren't we? Weren't we? Oh, but it's our fault. We're the bad man military guy. Oh, you stepped in it. Didn't you, Fedor? Huh? Didn't you step in it when you said you hope we all get PTSD? Ooh, what a poisonous, vitriolic thing to say. 27 years old saying these things, but you've got the mind of a child. When you actually see somebody getting poisoned with PTSD, how you would wish that on nobody. How even if...
And again, for someone to say to a soldier, I hope you get PTSD, I hope you do not get healthcare, that's a psychopath. That is legitimately psychopathic behavior. It's wishing harm on someone. And I've said this over and over again, so I'm going to say it once and we're going to move on, because otherwise I will be repeating it all fucking day.
If somebody has it slightly and works their way through it, it still creates a barrier in their life. Relationships ruined, lives ruined, addiction starts. Oh, but you wish...
What did that say?
Relationships ruined, lives ruined, addiction starts. Oh, but you wish this on...
Clever way of putting that. Self forever sleep. That's a very clever way of referring to self-deletion. Yeah, that's clever, I must say. Right, it's the same mindset that turned people against the military in Vietnam. Exactly. Andrew, exactly right. It's the same fucking thing. These select people are turning society against the military because it suits their goals. And what's the saying? People are dumb, stupid, panicky animals. A person's smart, people are dumb. And that's what we're seeing here, is we're seeing people like fucking Frogan that are basically doing the same job that they did when the soldiers came back from Vietnam with PTSD. They're doing the exact same fucking thing. Only now there's enough people with platforms like Angry Cops that are calling them the fuck out on it. Thank God.
Somebody, because they're not in control of where they go or what they do. They're just stuck in a spot, given some orders by the people that we vote into power. But I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Do you see how dumb you sound? And this entire BS conversation is in the middle of her shoveling food in her mouth, looking like she's giving some random guy outside of the screen some good head, and her...
And I didn't think about that the first time we've seen these clips. He's right. He's 100% fucking right. Uh-huh. And I'll bet she's terrible at it, too. Yeah. Well, dumpsters here, that's what we were referring to. That's what Andrew was referring to when it comes to, when it came to the soldiers coming back from Vietnam. No, Alex, you're supposed to be thinking of her doing it horribly. It's supposed to sicken you and give you nightmares.
like she's giving some random guy outside of the screen some good head, and her being like, oh, thank you so much for the gift. By the way, these guys are trash. Oh my God, $20? I appreciate you so much, Gorglub. What kind of dystopian future do we live in where some kind of obese pig person with makeup all over her face smashed on it with a nose ring thinking that she looks like the next fresh catch of tomorrow can spew such stupidity while shoveling fast food in her mouth and saying, thank you for the $5 donation. She's getting on my nerves so much, it's like she's the Hezbollah version of the fat Rob Reiner in South Park.
I'm Rob Reiner.
Oh, but it's okay. It's all right, gang.
Yeah, Ken Marie, that's come up on several. I think Rev talked about that in a video we reacted to. Yes, the beverage she's drinking is made by Pepsi, who she supposedly boycotts. Again, just making clear the fact that she doesn't believe a fucking word she says. She's only doing it for the money.
She made an apology. She made an apology tweet, right?
What?
Couldn't make a video about it.
What? She did?
Couldn't live stream it, send it out to the masses. No, she made a
did
tweet.
An apology?
Hey,
I didn't hear about this.
Something's better than nothing. Let's read it together, shall we? The U.S.
Oh, this one. The U.S. military has conducted some of the most horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era to countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. My ears directed at individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they liberated my people. Your people. Sweetheart, you live in fucking California. You do not live in those countries. You're a fucking California bitch. Shut up. It's horrific, by the way. Nice capitalization of your I there, sweetheart. It's horrific and disgusting. Again, no capitalization. Like, what the fuck? She's claiming to be educated. She can't do basic fucking punctuation and capitalization? Seriously? The beginning of the clip was worded poorly. No, it wasn't. You knew exactly what you were saying. And I do apologize for that. I go on to clarify in the clip that I do not mean all military, but specifically those with no remorse. Sure you do. What I said was out of frustrations. They are currently bombing my family in the name of liberation. I realize that wishing people harm isn't the best way to talk about these issues, and that I could have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way. Oh, fuck you. Yes, potato. Yes, I do. I 100% do. Because she's saying she means that those with no remorse. How do you know they don't have remorse? When she said, I hope you get PTSD, the very people that feel remorse about these missions that they have to carry out at the instructions of the fucking commander-in-chief are the ones getting PTSD, you stupid cunt. The very people that you're wishing get PTSD are getting PTSD because they have remorse for the jobs they had to do. Flat the fuck out. So you are an idiot who doesn't know how to use your brain.
She does know that terrorists hide behind civilians to get the soldiers' countrymen to hate them, right?
Robospartan, she supports terrorists. So yes, I'm sure she does know. She supports them. She advocates for them. So yes, I'm sure she does know. 100% she fucking knows. She just doesn't care. She hates America. But she's perfectly fine living freely off the back of it and making money off the back of America. She's fucking Quebec. She's fucking Quebec. She hates the country she resides in, but she will 100% use the spoils of said country to make herself rich and fat.
The military has conducted some of the most horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era in countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. Palestine a country? Zing! Let's talk about that. Afghanistan? Afghanistan was in retaliation to 9/11. You know, the largest terrorist attack on the United States since, Pearl Harbor. And I'll be...
Oh, she knows about it. She wanted to bake a goddamn cake celebrating the attack. Yes, she knows all about 9/11.
To be honest, that's one of the reasons why I signed up. I couldn't wait to go to Afghanistan and disperse a little bit of justice. Play some Toby Keith. Play some Toby Keith right now. And like I stated before, while I admit Iraq was a little bit of a quagmire, and because of it has allowed Iran to run absolutely wild, if we went back in time, I would set fire to Afghanistan again in a heartbeat. Which, if we're being honest, is probably gonna happen again because Osama bin Laden's son is walking in daddy's footsteps and gathering all the troops together again. Yippee!
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Now in Syria, we were fighting ISIS, and Iraq later on too. Remember ISIS? Those guys that were putting people in cages and setting them on fire with gasoline and diesel fuel? Yeah. Do you want to be on those guys' side? You're gonna have
I mean, ISIS runs the fucking country now. Flat out. Because the US pussyfooted it and left, ISIS now runs the fucking country. They are effectively speaking the governing body. Oh, is it? You're right. I'm mixing them up. You are 100% right, Tyson. I'm mixing up. It's the Taliban of Afghanistan. It's too fucking easy to mix them up in my head. Yeah, it's the Taliban is now the governing body of Afghanistan, not ISIS. Yeah, there is a difference. Right, yeah, that's... Like I said, I got them mixed up. Yeah, they... Okay. Yes, you guys are right. I got it all fucked up. I'm a bad cat girl. I'm sorry. Is about pretty close to instigating the first water war. Of course they are drilling loose. Oh yeah. They 100% are. It's like, yeah, they are 100% a terrorist organization in and of themselves. But they've taken over Afghanistan. Yes, I deserve to be spanked for that. I'm sorry.
to clarify this statement to me a little bit. It sounds like you're really for the bad guys here. And what have we done in Lebanon and Palestine except for send out a crap ton of aid? You remember the Joe Biden, like, floating barge thing that was a complete and utter disaster, but nonetheless still gave out a whole bunch of aid to Palestinians? We forgetting about that? When have we dropped any bombs on Palestine in the recent, but we're talking about recently, right? Since October 7th. You're helping Israel. We're also helping the Palestinians in Lebanon, and
Wait. Taliban just passed a new rule in Afghanistan where women's voices should not be heard by other women? Because of course. Yeah, Patrick, are you surprised by this? The entire region treats women like literal objects. Women are not considered human beings in that region. They are treated like absolute dog shit. They are like livestock. They're not human beings. Yeah, something Frogan likes to conveniently ignore when she's bashing on America.
Honestly, kind of tired of helping everybody out over there. Personal note, kind of wish we took care of the people in the hurricane first, you know, but hey, here we are, just trying to help out everybody because our hearts are so damn big. Oh, well, that makes us bad. I forgot. This person thinks that we're all pieces of probably hates America, lives in it, is morbidly obese because of it. Okay, whatever. My anger is directed at individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they liberated my people. Who are your people? Are your people ISIS? Are they Hezbollah? Somebody made a statement on a live stream a little while ago stating that maybe her cousin died in Hezbollah and she's really proud of him.
Yep.
Well, I would.
Yep. Yeah. That's when she was talking about she got the Xbox from her cousin, whose Xbox username was something like Hamas. Something. So yeah. Her cousin was a fucking terrorist and she was proud of him. No, Tyson, I've said the same thing. Asmongold was correct in what he said. It's just, he didn't, because he didn't specify that he doesn't wish harm on the, number one, he didn't actually wish harm on anybody. Flat out. He did, Asmongold did not wish harm on anyone in that region. He just said, fuck them. They're all animals. They're all evil people. That's all he said. So he wished harm on no one. And he was 100% correct. But because they were the wrong color, people probably added Twitch, and Twitch went, oh no, we have to ban because we've upset people that are not white. Well, Atanashi? Neither did she. Frogan didn't either. And just remember, she didn't get banned for that clip. She got banned for the panel Twitch. She didn't clarify. Hassan sure as fuck doesn't clarify. He blanket statements the fuck out of it. You know? Yeah. Like, Asmund, like, I said this when we looked at Asmund's apologies. Like, I know why they did it is because he didn't specify the leadership and not the innocent civilians, because that's what people were taking issue with, because people are too fucking stupid to read between the lines. People are too stupid to read context now. And so they added and bitched and reported and complained about Asmund, saying he's racist. And look and you see what happened. But when people are racist against America, game on. Figuring that one out. Well, Bath, he's not with all of his companies out. He's actually taken a step back from Starforge, and he's left at least one of his other companies. Wait, was it Starforge that he left? One of his companies he's actually no longer a part of. I forget which one it was. Yeah, it was it was Starforge. Yeah, Starforge. Basically, Starforge effectively kicked him out, but made it seem like he left. I think he stepped back from his gaming company, but he got fired from Starforge. No, OTK he stepped back from. I think he's still part of OTK, but he's gone from Starforge. Oh yeah, yeah, but Dub-Zero. Who says that saying something about someone non-white is punching down? That it's the very people that are racist against white people that claim saying something about someone non-white is punching down. They're the ones saying that. That doesn't mean it's true. That's the fact. If you criticize someone that is not white, that's not punching down. It's fact. That is a blatant fact. That is not punching down. At this point, at this stage in society, being racist to white people is punching down. Because everybody's dogpiling on that. Every fucking buddy is dogpiling on white people. So at this point, being racist against white people is punching down. It is. And if somebody tries to tell you otherwise, they're full of shit and don't actually live in reality.
Probably go against you in that, considering they're a terrorist organization that's attacked the United States, specifically Marine barracks. Okay, it's horrific and disgusting. The beginning of the clip was worded poorly, and I do apologize for that. Worded poorly? Yeah, okay, hey, okay, yeah, okay. We gotta take our wins so we can get them. Worded poorly, yes, okay. I go on to clarify in the clip that I do not mean all military, but specifically those with no remorse. You also said those that just joined for college and to get a car, so...
Oh my god, I want my Camaro, no student loans.
Why aren't you talking about that? That didn't seem about, the remorse part. What I said was out of frustration as they are currently bombing my family in the name of liberation. Who are they? Who's bombing?
Yeah! Yeah! Oh, Frogan, are they in the room with us right now? Can you see them? Because the last I checked, no one from the United States is fucking with the Israel-Palestine conflict. They are hands off that shit. It is only Israel and Palestine. And they're fighting each other. The United States ain't doing fuck all. So, Frogan? Who is they? You fucking psychopath.
You're bombing? Who is your family? Who are you related to? Are you literally in a terrorist family? You're like, hey, all we want to do is just bring death to America and they won't let us and they're pigs. Well, yeah, we won't let you. Go yourself. I realize that wishing people.
Well, yeah, Bath. That's not what I'm talking about here. They're saying they are currently bombing my family in the name of liberation. U.S. is not bombing shit. The U.S. is not bombing fucking anyone in this conflict whatsoever. They're not. And as far as I'm aware, the U.S. has not done any bombings in the Middle East either, as of late. Unless there's some that I'm unaware of. I'm not aware of any military operations. We bombed the Houthis? Okay, that's none of these. Like, her focus is Palestine. 100% her focus is Palestine. So, yeah, it's... Like, there's... bombing my family. Her family is Palestine. So, so she is specifically referring to Palestine in bombing of my family. No one from America has been bombing Palestine. No one. Not a single fucking person from America has been, not a single serviceman has been deployed to fight over in Palestine. Not one. That's, and again, chat, what do I always say? Context is key. She threw a whole fucking swath of countries here. And she's talking about bombing my family. Yeah, it's an organization related to it, Revan, but it's not Palestine itself. Yeah, so she's full of shit. Surprise, surprise. Rotex, I'm gonna leave that alone for the time being.
People harm isn't the best way to talk about these issues.
But I've said
and
something
that I could
similar.
have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm glad that you wished you could have been more sensitive. Let's see how sensitive you were when you did a reaction to that video. We talked about her original video and then her apology, but guess what? There's a spot in between where she reacted to her video and tells us how she really feels. I bet you it's in line with her apology. Let's watch, shall we?
And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base?
Base! Wow! Giggling! Oh!
Yeah.
Very sensitive, laughing at this. Yes, very sensitive. Pardon me while I quote you. I'm not walking back on it. I still agree with it.
Like, I'm not walking back on it. I still can agree with it.
So much for that apology. It's
Yep.
almost like the apology was an afterthought. Like you did it because you knew you were so f***ed up.
It's almost like she was probably told to do it by the other people in whatever group she's a part of. I'll betcha anything. The group that she's a part of, I don't know if she's part of like a company or anything like that for streamers. Guarantee it, they all contacted her after that and said, you need to come up with something because people are getting pissed. And she said, well, I don't want to apologize because I stand by what I said. And so she put that bullshit together. Well, Taisel Hassan's never apologized for anything because Hassan basically seems to have some kind of invulnerability with Twitch, where he can literally say whatever the fuck he wants and Twitch will not do anything. And hi 787, welcome. Welcome to the fun.
But you couldn't even apologize all the way. You had to make a
Oh,
whole
yeah,
bunch of
Taisel, I
excuses.
know.
Had to double down on that take. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. See how it works out. Well, it didn't work out too good because her apology, she left the comments off. But you know, it doesn't have to be the video that you made that people get upset on for people to leave comments on you. You've got a whole slew of videos and shenanigans that people
Whoa, okay. I want to see
leave
this.
for people to leave comments on you. You've got a whole
Well, okay. Go back to your country, fucking loser. I wish you the worst. I hope you get banned so you have to go back to your stupid country and sent you photo. Allah Akbar, bitch. Cover up your triple neck some more. Don't you ever speak down on the U.S. military again. Honestly, do everyone a favor and leave this country. We don't want. You're a scumbag. Okay, I don't agree with that. That's going too far.
A whole slew of videos and shit.
Ha 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 ha. My stepdad is a vet, and you openly wish that they would die is... You can figure that one out. Someone said, oh, this is in relation to someone else. You're disgusting, fat fucking bitch. Go die, fucking cunt.
Shenanigans that people leave comments on.
Take the towel off. What you ugly fat ass don't realize is the only reason you get to sit. Stupid Arab hippo. Oof. Unwipe yourself. You're a bum for saying that. Wow, that was kind.
Ooh, not good.
I actually feel bad for you. Your IQ is so far below the line. Piece of scum. Praying for you and the evil that is in your heart and soul. Ooh. Why are you such a fat... It's disgusting. Your hateful speech is disgusting. I really hope you walk your blank.
Ouch. Funny, inappropriate, but funny. Kind of exactly how you thought it would go.
And notice, one of those was directed at her chat. Hey, Blanky, you okay with pay pics? I'm thinking this was directed at her chat. Oh yeah, she absolutely does. 100% she deserves these comments. 100% she deserves it.
But funny. Kind of exactly how you thought it would go. Well, at least how I would. Or just a poor weather balloon covered up with a tablecloth. Now listen up, you 27-year-old woman, child, soft-brained idiot. Free speech is an...
Yeah, but Tyso, that's why I said that's why I said that specifically, the self-deletion part was too far. That's why I said I don't like that. Don't like, yeah, that's kind of where I said that part was uncalled for. You know, calling her out on her shit, even saying like, go back to her homeland, because let's face it, her country of birth is, I believe, is the United States. I don't believe her country of birth is overseas in Palestine. But if she, yeah, exactly, Tesla, yeah, her homeland's fucking California. But if she is so passionate about her homeland, why doesn't she go back? Why doesn't she return to it? We know why. Because she enjoys freedom. She enjoys the freedoms that America has afforded her that Palestine will, in the snap of a finger, take away from her.
Amazing thing. It's fantastic. We all get to go out in this weird world and say whatever we want. But saying whatever you want in the fantastic First Amendment and right to free speech that we have doesn't mean that free speech comes without repercussions. You see, you have your right to your own opinions, and if those opinions are overtly retarded, people who oppose your views...
Well, no, Tyso, because if you are LGBT in Palestine, you are probably killed. They fall, in Sharia laws, you are not allowed to be LGBT. You are unalived if you are LGBT in Palestine under Sharia law. Oh yeah, Baff, we know that. We know that. That's how she was able to attain her quote-unquote rise to fame, is because she was a mod for Hassan. Oh, yeah, right. Well, exactly. Well, any number of memes. Any number of memes you would be unalived.
Have the right to all over you, verbally. Now, while recording and writing this video, turns out that Frogger here, Fago?
Oh, God!
Frogan, the Brogan, got a ban from Twitch. Which, I'm gonna be honest here, kind of a free speech absolutist, right? Now, as much as we find it irritating and horrible that she said she wishes people got PTSD, I've heard far worse things on the internet, and I don't think that she should be banned or kicked off of the platform for saying something stupid. People make mistakes. We need to learn from them and move on.
How's this gonna change up?
I know people are gonna see this as a win. Oh, she got what's coming to her. She got banned. But even me, as one of the people that she's picking on in the military who has absolutely no remorse for doing whatever I did in Iraq, I had a great time. Which was Afghanistan. But it was so great I had to go back a second time. Because free speech is uncomfortable, and it's supposed to be uncomfortable. And as much as I disagree with this obese person's smugness and point of view on military members and what we should deal with and who she thinks the bad guys are in... I think she might think that the terrorists are the good guys. Either way, she should still be able to air out her grievances and ideas and have people like us discuss them with her. And sometimes those discussions are going to turn vitriolic, but it needs to be discussed in the masses regardless of how stupid or idiotic the topic is. This ban is soft, honestly.
Yeah,
there wasn't even a racial slur in there, even though she loves to say cracker.
Cracker isn't racist!
And is just ultra white. I don't know what privilege she's trying to hide, but she definitely be white. This butch puts mayonnaise on everything, and that's overtly obvious. So let the people tweet. Let the people call her out. Let her make her videos so then I can make videos on them. Hopefully she looks at this backlash and understands that maybe she made a boo-boo and she can learn from this. But you can lead a horse to water or a cow, but you can't make him drink. Oh, did you think that I was done? No, because it's time, yes, after a wardrobe change, to hear a word from everybody's favorite washed-up porno actress.
What?
Take it away, Mia.
Good morning to everybody who is not in the U.S. military. Good morning to everybody who is sitting at home and not on soil that doesn't belong to them, fighting a war for a country that doesn't care about them.
What the fuck? This stupid bitch. Who the fuck is this dumb cunt? Again! Oh, it's fucking Mia Khalifa? Okay. I know the name. Just by the name. Okay. So in other words, she's been fucked so hard her brains have been scrambled. Clearly. Because again, apparently she thinks that soldiers in the modern military operate on Call of Duty logic where you can choose what battlefield you want to go to and not that you are receiving orders from the United States government to go where you are told to go. Gotcha. So her brains were literally fucked out of her during her porn days. Okay, understood.
I hope you go over there and get your little brain all scrambled up with PTSD and then come back here and see how much the United States cares about you, Pookie. See how much they care about you when you come back with, oh, I'm so sad. I piss my pants every time I see a falafel stand in Manhattan. Let's see how much the VA cares about you. Let's see what they tell you to do with your little broken brain from going over to fight a war that's not yours. They're gonna...
What in the okay. I didn't think I was gonna say this. She's fucking worse than Frogan. This fucking bitch is worse than Frogan was. Because she doesn't even pretend to even represent anyone over there. Yeah, well, Beth, that's I was gonna get to that. It's like for fuck's sake. She needs to get the shit slapped out of her. Hard. She needs a good fucking slap. Ads? Okay, I'll keep it paused, even though I'm honestly at this point I do not want to continue listening to this bitch mouth on. But holy fuck! Like, she is being fucking evil with this. I don't know if she's got a sugar daddy still or not, but her sugar daddy needs to put this dumb bitch on a leash.
Sorry, bitch. The only thing you're good for is getting your brain scrambled as you're getting piped down with guys jacking off to you. Shut up, dumbass bitch.
Very well put. Very well put. You know what? I've got a ball gag or two to that I think will fit her mouth just right if her daddy wants to come borrow it from me and strap it in there. 'Cause she needs to shut her fucking mouth. Riven, this is my expression of shock at that statement. Like, what the actual... This is the face of white pretty privilege, chat. This is the face of it. Right here. She is the poster child for white pretty privilege. And I'm sorry, but she does not have some kind of a magic pussy that makes her the hottest thing in the world. Now, Tysel, we're talking about what she genetically has, not what has been injected into her. I understand how you could have been confused by that, but we're talking about what you were born with, not what's been injected into you.
Tell you to try breathing exercises because the U.S. government does not give a fuck
Good night,
about
Barb.
you once you cannot die for them. Once you're done, once you're a shell, they don't care about you. What did I say on Z-Way that one time? Yeah, I think that still stands as very accurate.
Now, am I surprised that Mia Khalifa, Satan's pincushion, is upset and on the military? No, because Mia Khalifa is a grifter. She saw something that got a bunch of people attention and decided that she would exploit it for herself because nobody cares. You see, Mia Khalifa, after being banged out by a whole bunch of random bros and smattered across the internet, decided that she wanted to be taken seriously. Ooh, girl power. And started doing talk shows, you know, podcasts. Want to be a podcast.
You know what? All of these people that love to bash on the military for performing operations in other countries and saying that the military is so horrible, send them over there and force them to live there for a year. If they want to bash on the military so much, like Mia Khalifa and Froger, they want to bash on the military, which, again, with Froger, U.S. military is not even involved. So if they want to do that, have them go live in the very countries that they're claiming the U.S. is abusing with the military. Tell them to go live in those countries for 1 year. Just 1 year. If they survive, no guarantee they will. Well, Kaibo, you know what? She wants to bash on the military? Set her back there. Ask her, do you want to be returned to Syria and Lebanon where you are under an unaliving sentence? Or would you like to shut your mouth about the very people that are keeping you safe from those governments that you're running away from? Oh yeah, Tysel, I've said as much. Well, I've said, I don't think I said the starved part, and then I said forced to marry man. I did say that. I didn't say 9-year-old man, but I did say man. And that she would never be allowed to talk. I did say that. Yeah, but Tysel, they never will. They never will because now the government is completely weak when it comes to doing anything like that. So. Heckle, maybe. Oh, to military drafts? Oh, 100%, you know she would be. Absolutely. Beth. They would probably unalive her the moment she stepped onto the soil. Very likely.
Esther wanted to do sports. I think she even became a part of Barstool Sports at one point, but guess what? That failed because she's not interesting. She's not fun to listen to. She's vapid and airheaded and makes horrible takes just like the one you just saw. So after doing the pornos and then trying something else and actually being sad and saying, I wish people would take down the porn. Oh, it just makes me feel bad. I wish it would go. Well, she started her OnlyFans and website up again, so she's back to sucking hog. But of course, our Mia can't stay out of the limelight for too long. So she's got to come up with another one of her hot takes.
Oh, God.
Global military.
Anyway, I think Trober is mad at the U.S. military and talks about these war crimes because they're not fighting for Palestine. Rex, I don't fucking care. I do not fucking care. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's blanketly wishing harm against United States military troops and veterans, which is a violation of Twitch TOS. Angry Cops is being generous when he says, he's all for freedom of speech. But you know what? If Twitch is gonna try and pretend like they're gonna enforce their TOS on people who don't actually violate their TOS, then they need to enforce their TOS against people who actually do violate their TOS. Flat out. I don't give a fuck what her reasoning is. I do not care. Her reasoning for why she is mad at the US is completely immaterial. Twitch TOS says you cannot A, be calling for harm against someone, or B, promoting terrorism. She's done both. She has done both. And what took her off stream was a panel at TwitchCon. That's what took her off stream. Not for her actually violating TOS on stream. Flat out.
Twitch needs even enforcement of TOS across the board.
Oh yeah, Kanito. Exactly, that's what I've been saying. Exactly what I've been saying. And, thanks for all the fish. I thought you already followed once. I thought you did a follow already, but thank you again. Yeah, exactly, Drussel. That's what I've been saying. Like, both of these two stupid bitches are actively hoping for harm against U.S. military members. They are actively hoping for it. They are calling out. They are calling for harm against military members. Thank God I don't have PTSD from anything, but I absolutely sympathize with those that do have PTSD, and I want them to get any help that they can. And then these two stupid bitches are saying, I hope you get PTSD and that the VA doesn't treat you because the VA sucks. Some people just need a good slap. And she's one of a good couple of slaps, honestly. And, Pete Brain, thank you for the follow also.
Issues. Just because you got a good set of torpedoes doesn't mean you know anything about combat. The military. The amount of aid that we give. Oh, I thought I said that already. I'll say it again. How unoriginal can you be where she tries to think of the same thing that Frogger said, but she says it in a dumber way. The entire video is not insulting, it's just bad. Not bad as in she says bad things. It's just not even a good joke or a way of putting forth her thoughts. It's 59 seconds of brain rot. The only thing left inside that skull of hers is probably the past 50 guys' loads. And is it me or did her nose get bigger? Being a retired porn star is a lot like being the hot high school teacher after the kids left and then came back after college and got to see all the fine tail running around literally everywhere. You're not special. You did a task that anybody can do, and the only reason why you succeeded in it is because your mouth was stuffed with so much dick you couldn't talk. Honestly, I don't understand her aggression towards military guys, because I'm pretty sure the U.S. military service members are still feeding you that sweet, sweet green.
Simple answer there. She's doing this because to get attention. Because she's it's the whole thing of any publicity is good publicity. So bad, she's trying to get clicks for people to hate watch and hoping that they'll click on her OnlyFans. Oops, I said the word. Her OF. That's what they're looking for. She's wanting to get clicks to try and drive people to her OF and get horny So even not so much the hate watchers, but if the hate watchers will drive up the engagement on a video, so people go, oh, I wonder what this is going on here, and they won't actually give a fuck what she has to say, but they'll say, oh, she has an OF, let me check that out. Oh, she's hot, I'm gonna pay money for that. That's what the goal is. This is another one that does not fucking care about anything she just said. She does not fucking care. She's looking for clicks. And that's it. And Raven? Who who's to say that it was even her idea in the first place? You don't think that someone may have told her, hey, why don't you say this? It'll cause a stir. People will click on your profile, whatever, and then they might come over to your OS. So, but I guarantee you she doesn't. I guarantee you she's doing this for hate watching, for hate clicks, because she's trying to gain engagement for her alternative.
Cash that you love so much in order to keep the lights on. Shit, if you just, I don't know, suck one soldier's dick and say, support our troops, while getting pounded out by a couple Marines, you'd be back on top. Or on bottom, or doggy style, whatever you want. This dumb doesn't even know her audience. Speaking of audience, if you looked at the comments on her Twitter post, which is where I got that video from, it's almost all bots just being like squirt, squirt, happy face emoji, eye hearts. You're so babe. What is this? It's gonna go away.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Can't wait to see her first stream when she returns. I'm sure it'll be positive. I'm sure she'll say she...
What? Wait. Megaladon just got banned in the middle of her 2.0 model reveal after switching topics to hot tubs and pools, changing to a beach scene, and turning on a swimsuit which didn't violate What? Okay, let me finish this and then I'm gonna go hunt on Twitter.
She's really sorry. I won't hold my breath. Best way to support the channel is get yourself a shirt. I got Angry Cops hoodies, the Whoopie hoodies, they're here, brand new, spanking. We're running out. It's only been a couple weeks that they've been up and there aren't a lot left. I think we sold out of 70% of stock already. So get them for Christmas and hold on to them for 2 months and then give them to your family. Or Hanukkah. Ooh, she probably is not a fan of Hanukkah. Hezbollah? Nope. Yom Kippur? Nope, that's another Jewish holiday. Ramadan! Get them for Ramadan! Even though it's in the middle of the summer. Whatever. Cheapest way to support the channel is tell me what you think. What do you think of this dope, huh? You got any cool clips you want to share with me of her saying something else that's pretty stupid? I've seen quite a few. Do you think that military members need to take a BLM knee to her and tell her that we're sorry that we were in Afghanistan? Or in Syria? Fucking up ISIS? I can't wait to read the comments. Okay. See you next time, weirdos. Mia Khalifa, well this Mia could eat ya. Looking like Jabba the Hutt. More like Jabba the Slut. More like Pizza the Hutt. Nobody's gonna stuff her crust. This broad probably salivates every time she hears sloppy seconds because she's thinking of leftovers. Looking like you're eating from a trough. Not very halal. America, the only place where you can find fat communists.
All right. What? Shit. All right, hang on, Tysel. Give me a second. Hang on. Because I got... There we go. Yeah. Yep. She got banned. Uh-huh. She was on the Bulls and Hot Tub category. Houndfoot literally trying to tune in what happened.
There we
not
go.
Targeting
while the fat bitch who wished for PTSD for the US military get away with, while Mega is banned.
Yep.